are hopefully going live on Dream of Italy. I will let you know when we are up.
Okay.
Let's see. So here we are. I see us. Excellent. All right. We are going live to talk about something very exciting for 2024. If you could even believe, I can't even believe it's going to be 2024 next year. I'm Kathy McCabe, the host of Dream of Italy on PBS. And unfortunately, Andrea DeMarco, the president and CEO of Regent Seven Seas, is under the weather today. But she has sent me someone just as good, Sean Tubman, Senior Vice President of Sales for Regent Seven Seas. Hi, Sean.
Hi, Kathy. It's great to be with you.
Where are you joining us from? And then I'll explain where I am.
In Miami.
Which is like the epicenter of the cruise world.
Of the world, right? Yeah, exactly.
Well, Miami is like not just hot temperature-wise, but a hot place to live these days. It's really
it sure is,
right?
More and more crowded, right?
Yeah. And I am in Saturnia, which are hot springs in the Maremma area of Tuscany. One of my favorite places on earth. I was going to say my favorite landlocked place on earth.
You name dropper, you.
I didn't want you to feel bad. I do like some ocean destinations too. So we are here I'm really excited about this, Sean. We are here to talk about the cruise that I will be hosting. I'm hosting one of your spotlight cruises, April 29th, 2024, 7 days, Italy, Turkey, and Greece. And I'm inviting everyone to come. We sent out an email yesterday, and I spoke to Melaine this morning, and the response has been great.
All right. It's going to be fantastic.
My audience, there's a lot of cruise lines. Let's start with what makes Regent unique.
Well, okay. Just before I begin again, Andrea felt so bad. She wanted to be with you, and she looked forward to this. And it's Murphy's Law, right?
I know. And what I was impressed about, she looks rather young, and she is the first female president and CEO of Regent Seven Seas Cruises. And cruise business is not easy, and it is big business. So
we're very proud of her. And
yes.
Fantastic background to lead us. And she has experience in all different channels of the business. And so very, very confident, and we're very excited. We're all rebounding from the pandemic.
Aren't we though?
Is booming these days. Business is really hot. People are booking early. Our inventory right now goes all the way out through 25, and next month we're going to launch sailings through 26. Our new season.
No way! Here's the thing. I need to tell people. Do as I say, not as I do, because I'm a last minute traveler.
Yeah, you don't want to.
Holy moly. And this is why I'm in Italy now, because everything's booked this summer. So, people book, especially cruises, so far out, because there's great deals. There's not a lot of capacity. And it's something to look forward to. And a lot of people travel with the same group or with their friends or with their family. So one thing we want to emphasize, I think, today is if you want to come on this cruise with me, book now.
I want to come.
Well, you've gone already. Tell me, you've done this exact cruise.
I've done one very, very similar. It is just the quintessential Mediterranean cruise. And when I did it, I went with a group of friends. It's just the best way to go. We did the pre-package in Tuscany before leaving Rome, right? Just so nice to get there and relax and so forth. And when you start, like Italy is just, as you know, Italy is just unbelievable.
I believe in Italy. I put it all. And so we start, I've been to Civitavecchia. So that's the port outside of Rome.
Right.
And that's where we leave from.
Yes. And so again, most of our guests love to do a pre-package or a post-package. They want to spend some time in the destination. And so it's a great pre-packaged destination. And Rome, probably many of your listeners have been to Rome or maybe heard of Rome, and they'd really like to see it. So it's got everything. It's got the beauty, the history, the culture, the food. It's incredible. And then we go to Naples. Again, you talk about beauty, and Pompeii.
Is that what is the shore excursion that you did?
We did Pompeii. It's just mind blowing what they've uncovered, and you put yourself right in that situation when you're looking up at the volcano, and it's not that far away, and you can see why it traveled so fast, and it's just really, really interesting how much they've uncovered. And you could put tarps over those walls of the little shops, and you'd be in business today.
I know. And if you follow the news in Italy, as I do, every month they're finding like something new in Pompeii. So I went probably 20 years ago. I haven't been back, but so much has been uncovered. And what I like about your shore excursions, or the Regent's shore excursions, is there's something for people who have not been.
Yeah.
And then there's something for people who have been to the area and want to do like a unique. And tell me about the shore excursions. Are they included?
Yes. Our guests, are very well traveled, very well heeled. They love to explore. They love to learn. So it's very important to them. And so we include shore excursions. So many shore excursions. You can do anything from your typical standard city tour that's offered by many ships to very, very extensive and in-depth ways to experience a destination. So we have great myriad of tours that people can pick from, different levels of exertion, walking, and so forth. And then we do go local tours where if many of our guests have been there, done that, and they want to do it differently. And so we continually develop new tours. So we have architectural tours, and we have go local tours where they can experience just like a native and really go to different areas that are off the beaten path somewhat. So you really can do it. We have culinary tours in port, just really Epicurean tours where you can go with a chef, for example, and go to the local market, check it all out, pick your food.
Oh, I love that.
Bring it back, have it cooked, or do a beautiful gourmet lunch at a villa, and then go back to the ship. There's just so many ways to experience these destinations. So very important to our guests.
And then the third, again, we are on live to talk about the cruise I'll be hosting with Regent Seven Seas, departing April 29th, 2024, Rome to Athens, 7 days. Basically with Regent, everything's included, right? Including if you're flying from the US or Canada, business class airfare.
You like that, don't you?
I'm obsessed. Sean, I'm going to be calling about my own ticket. I'm obsessed. The reason I am obsessed is I just priced out for the heck of it some business class the other day, 7,000 round trip.
Yes.
That's,
that's a deal too. That's a deal.
So the cost of the cruise isn't much more than that for the beginning cabins. And so, and then you're relaxed. You don't have neck aches and back aches. Like you're ready to go. And if it's a special, if an anniversary or a family, you just don't want to be smushed.
That's the concept. We really try to think of everything and make it a very seamless experience, very easy. Like you said, from the U.S. and Canada, business class air is included for all intercontinental destinations. It's a great way to go. Everything's included in the cruise, so that just makes the experience very customizable for our guests. It's really
so is that drinks.
All the premium drinks, the restaurants, the gratuities, the excursions. you name it. You have your own refrigerator in your suite. It's fully stocked. Your bottle of liquor of your choice sitting in your suite. You just tell us what you want and we'll have it there. And again, it's just trying to create that experience where you don't have to worry about a thing. And that's one of the points of differentiation between ourselves and a land destination is the convenience. There's no hassle. You unpack once and that's it for the entire voyage. We take you in luxury to these beautiful destinations. You get off, you're held by the hand if you'd like, or you can go on your own, and then you're back on the ship in luxury going to the next destination.
I know. Here's what I'm going to say. I've been doing this for 21 years, and I worked at USA Today's travel section before. I've written about travel in general. You always spend way more than you think you're going to spend, right? So you're like, oh, my budget's only $5,000 per person. And then you go and you spend 8, 9, 10. And this, I think, is a great way to actually stay in your budget because you're not, what are you going to, you buy some souvenirs. So I want to get to
value, right?
Yes.
If you look at the upfront price, sometimes you say, wow, it's a little expensive. But when you compare it to everything you would spend on a regular cruise, we're in the luxury space, obviously. There are contemporary and premium. And when you compare it to them on a price point, we are very competitive and you're getting a luxury experience with all suites, ranging from 300 square feet up to 4,000 square feet. Our Regent suite is over 4,000 square feet.
Hi, Melaine. I want that one. I guess, then everyone can come to my suite for maybe if it's not taken, but I bet it gets taken. I bet it gets booked.
It sells out all the time. Yeah. Yeah.
Because
it's right on board the ship. If you can and you can invite people up. It's 2-bedroom, 2.5 baths. It's beautiful living room. It's my screen just blacked out for a second. So
I think we were frozen for a minute, but we have some great questions. I'm just checking us.
Okay, great.
Yeah, this is the world. We have great questions that I want to get to, but I really want to stress that because, for instance, I'm here, my favorite place, Terme di Saturnia Hotel, but I was a bit tired and needed to pick me up, so I ordered some room service cappuccino and a crostata, and that. So it's all those things that add up. But when you're on the cruise ship, you're not billed for every little thing. Right. And I will tell you, food, restaurant-wise, it's all gone up in Europe. And I will tell you, I'm driving around. I have never paid. I'm paying 120 euros to fill up the car, and I'm filling it up all the time. Right. So I do actually
think about, when you compare cruises to, let's say you do a 10-day Europe trip with 3 cities. It's a lot of work. You have to get the transportation between the cities. So you're getting on planes, off planes, or you're doing trains, or you're doing cars. You're unpacking, packing, trying to get the tours arranged, the meals. This is like on a cruise. It's all done for you. You don't have to worry about a thing.
That's what I like. And I want to tell more. I want to answer some of our questions. And I want to say, yesterday I just shipped back one of my suitcases because suitcases are the bane of my existence. I don't want to see them ever again. Right. I don't want to pull them ever again. I mean, I'm looking forward to this cruise because, I do work, I film, and we're going to do a little filming on board. We'll talk about that at some point. Let's go through some of the questions. What I wanted to say is people want to know what the hosting means. It means I'll be on board the whole time. It means, I believe with the Italian ports, I'll be with one of the shore excursions. Then we have a day at sea. And then I want to talk to you about Turkey and Greece because I'm very excited. And I'll have special dinners that people can come to. I'm talking to Melaine about having a cocktail party just for our Dream of Italy friends.
Sure.
But we're going to be doing some lectures and even an interactive kind of thing about how the TV show is made. Most people have no idea what goes into it. Some of my crew will be on board. So we're going to do a lecture together.
Oh, that's great.
And I always have some fun up my sleeve, so we'll think of some other things. And, I love to meet people, so I want people to know, and I know you really excel at this. If you're a solo traveler, come on aboard because you already have sort of a built-in group that will be there.
Right. And we have a hostess that really helps, any of our solo travelers. We have cocktail receptions before dinner every night. So again, that kind of bonds a group of people that are traveling on their own. And we have excursions, we have get-togethers on the ship, we have activities. It's really a very nice way to go if you're solo.
And how many people, what I like is it's not too big. How many people are on board?
We have a maximum of 746 guests. And, this is on a ship that could accommodate many more. So it's all about space for our guests. They love to have space on board. That's why our suites are so spacious. That's why the lounges are so spacious. It's really something for everybody, whether they're, a family going or multi-generational or a couple or a solo.
Oh, I have so many questions for you. And then, we get a little older. It's not as easy to move around. And what's always interesting is when you have a couple and one person is more mobile than the other. What do you do? Is it pretty easy on board if somebody, doesn't walk a lot?
Yes. We cater to that. So it's always organized. We always have the facilities and the assistants and the way we do the tours. So again, very comfortable.
Okay, so I'm going to go back to our questions. Linda asked a great question. She wanted to know which shore excursions that I would be on, since she can book those on July 4th. I will get with Melaine. We will figure out which shore excursions I'm on, and I will communicate that to my list. If you're not on my list, send me an email, Kathy, Kathy, @dreamofitaly.com, so that we can coordinate if you want to come then on the one that I'm on. But it doesn't mean it's the best one. You could come on one with me, Naples, and then do something else, Taormina. I did want to tell people, I don't know, and you can check, I'm not sure that there's a Rome package Melaine wasn't sure there's a Rome package that's set, but I can help people create something if they want to. But I also wanted to tell people, if they ever watched my Castelvetere Sul Calore episode, which is my ancestral hometown, about 2 hours south of Rome, they are having their Feast of the Madonna on April 28th. I will be going. So if anyone wants to join me, and then we go on the cruise on the 29th, that's a possibility too. And if people who've watched know exactly what I'm talking about, it's the most amazing festival. So that was one question. How big are these shore excursions, Sean? How many people? How many people are on the shore excursion?
We have small group tours. We're known for small group tours. This is not the big ships with thousands and thousands of people and cramming people into big buses. This is small touring. And even if we have a bus that accommodates 45, we'd have 25 on it. So everybody has a lot of space, again, on the excursions.
And I wanted to tell people that they can use the code DREAM for a $100 shipboard credit, but you can use that on any Regent cruise, and it's combinable with other offers through May 15th of 2024. I'm hoping you'll use it on this cruise with me. And that's also a good way to identify that you're with us, this group, of people, because they want to know how to request the dinners and things like that. We will be getting you all of that information. And you know what? They said to me, "Oh, could you do 2 or 3 dinners?" I'll do 7 if people want to. I can.
You're really sacrificing there, Kathy.
Sean, I can talk. I can eat and I can talk. So I know I'm sacrificing. I will get myself off of the balcony for 3 hours. I have all kinds of plans. Right. So I want to talk about, let me see, how many guests on this particular cruise? I know it's 375 cabins. Mm-hmm. What's the situation? There is a single supplement or?
Yeah, typically we have a supplement for singles. And typically it's 200% of single.
Yeah, because you only have so many
We
cabins.
only have so many, right? But we do a lot of supplements during the year. And so right now we have supplements, and it just varies. Like sometimes it'll be a 125% versus 200, all right? Or it could be 100%, just a single fare. So zero supplement. It just depends on the availability.
So people can check, and I would think the better deals are the sooner the better, because if you're, if there's only a few cabins left, you're probably not making discounts.
Yeah, it's not a marketing ploy,
Right.
The space is very
there's only so many
fast these days, right? So
yeah.
You don't wait like you could before. Pre-pandemic, you could wait a little bit longer, but the volume is so heavy right now. People want to get away now. They want to have experiences. People have kind of migrated from buying lots of new things to
Amen.
Experiences, and that's what we're seeing. So
amen. And what I like about this cruise, I do want to get to the Greece and Turkey, but many of my audience are very comfortable going to Italy, but maybe they haven't been to Greece or to Turkey. And Greece can be hard because you're going island to island to island. Tell me, we're going to have a day at sea after Italy, and then we go. I have never been to Santorini or Mykonos, two of the most famous places on earth, and we're going there.
They're right off the postcard. It's they're, the white stucco architecture. I haven't been to Mykonos actually. It's on my little bucket list. I've been to.
I am so excited, and I have to say something else. When you're in the travel business, Sean, all these things. Yeah. We're going end of April, beginning of May. It is not going to be crowded. It is not going to be lines of people taking photos for Instagram. I am so grateful that we're not going in the height of the summer, because I'm here.
It's so hot.
And I know that's the other thing. I'm here in Italy in May, and the weather, it's bearable. There's not that many people yet. Right. So what is
but Santorini is unbelievable.
Really?
It's the rim of the volcano, and when you're up top, you're looking 1,000 foot down into the cauldron of the rim, and so talk about views, and the food. The seafood is just incredible there. I love Santorini.
I've been to Greece once, a fantastic trip, and I have to say the food was. That feta, that salad, the food was phenomenal. And I liked it. So, I'm not saying I didn't, I love Italy, but I have, my intention has always been to get back to Greece.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
you're going to, it's going to be just two of the best ports there are in the Med.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then we go to, how do you say it? Ephesus in Turkey.
Yeah. It's
so a little bit more like exotic.
Yeah, like I'm a history geek, and this city was built 10,000 BC, and it was on the ocean, and just phenomenal. And they started to uncover it, and I think at this point it's still like 70 or 80% uncovered. They had to dig down, I think, like 50 feet of earth to start uncovering these ruins. And what happened was, the valley, like the ocean, kind of filled in with silt over decades. And after a while, they weren't on the waterfront anymore. And now it's 2 miles to the ocean from the city.
Isn't it unbelievable?
And you're walking through, it's somewhat like Pompeii, but totally different. And there are this on your left as you're walking through towards the Library of Celsus, or the terrace houses. And they're covered in plexiglass, and you walk all over the top of these terrace houses, and the tile is perfectly intact. So the floors and the walls, their mosaics are fantastic, and it looks like it's brand new, some of these terrace houses, and it's that old. And then you go down to the library, and it just will blow your mind. It's
I cannot wait. Really
cool place to go. Yeah.
And the thing is, you get the guide who, I always say spring for the guide, but you don't even have to spring. It's included, that knows everything. So you're seeing it in context. Yep. Now, Linda's asking about Athens. Mm-hmm. When, I've been to Italy, and I have done all these once in a lifetime things. but when I stood on the Parthenon in Athens, I thought I was going to faint. I was so overwhelmed.
Right. Right.
Linda was asking, is there a post-cruise package in Athens? There absolutely is. I checked this morning. There's a 3-night package that you can add on. I don't think it was terribly, horribly expensive, but I loved Athens. I would absolutely suggest everyone try to stay because these are the places you've heard about since you're a kid.
Right. I would definitely recommend it too. It's just a great way to end up. Instead of getting off the ship and getting on a plane and going back, and you just want to savor the experience a little bit, and again, immerse yourself a little bit in that local area. And the view is incredible, the history. I mean, I was at an outdoor concert in an amphitheater, an ancient amphitheater, at night, looking up to the Parthenon above me, all lit up. And it's surreal. You're just like, I can't believe we're so lucky to be experiencing something like this. And
I think through the cruise lines, these things are more accessible to people. So let me see. We had some good questions. Now, Regent you can book through Costco. Is that okay for people to do? Do they get the same deal?
Yes, same deal. You can book through any travel advisor. We recommend booking through travel advisors. You talk about having a tour guide in a port.
Yeah, I do. I do too. I recommend that too.
Nothing like having a travel advisor as your ally. It's the same price either way, and they really can help you with tips and what if you get into
and can I say, let's stop everything. For the love of God, do not fly in on the 29th. Get there. So please get there. I would say get there the 27th because remember last summer and all the flights?
Yes.
You must have been like, do not arrive on the morning of the 29th. Get yourself to Italy at least,
Get in early, even just so you don't have to stress about the airline flights and so forth, just to get there and relax.
And you get the time change. And if you're in business class, you'll sleep. Okay. And that was a great question because, Costco is amazing. You can get all the stuff you need for the trip and the suitcase and everything. The special events, I'm doing lectures and I'm doing whatever you want. We're doing it. See, this is the thing, Sean, I go all in. If I do something, I do something. So
I have no doubt.
Whatever you want to do, you want to all go get in the hot tub and have some Prosecco. Sure. We're gonna do it. Let's see what other, is it adults only or are there children and what are the regulations on that?
It's not adults only. We don't get many kids.
Super young. You might get teenagers.
We have a saying, we like kids, we don't love them. So we have families, on board.
Right.
The kids that go on our cruises are very well traveled. They've been traveling with their family for a long time. And so they're very well-mannered. We have excursions for them. We have facilities for them. So
good.
It's not like your typical mass market cruise where you have a bunch of kids running around the ship or sitting on the staircases, nothing like that.
But I could see if you're doing a multi-generational trip and the college kids or teenagers come, and then everyone's asking about, and this is always a hot topic, especially post-COVID. What's the deposit situation and cancellation situation and travel insurance situation?
Yeah, so there's an initial deposit, and it's refundable. And then
up till when?
Well, typically till about 5 months prior to sailing. We're starting to look at in the future, maybe having a lower deposit up front and then a second deposit about a year out, just so the guests kind of make sure they want to go and we know that they're going to go and so forth. So we offer a lot of flexibility for people, and really it's very flexible.
So it sounds like if you book now, if you think I'm 90% sure I want to go, you're not going to lose anything.
Right.
As long as you stay within the cancellation.
Right. Exactly.
And then if they cancel closer, you probably have special travel insurance and options.
Yes, we offer insurance. I highly recommend it.
Please, yes, that's my other thing.
or a travel advisor
Yes.
or on your own. It's not that expensive, and it is well worth it in today's environment, because you never know what's going to happen.
And you want to be sure you get the insurance like before or when you're booking the trip. Now, you can't get it 2 months later. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right.
People don't realize that. Now, when you go ashore, I think it depends where. She's asking, does the ship pull up to a dock usually, or have to take a smaller boat, or it probably varies?
The great majority of time we're at a dock.
Good.
So very, very easy. Certain, some of the beauty of having smaller ships is that you can go to some of these out of the way ports, and you do tender sometimes. But we have really nice tenders. So, but it's the 90% are docks.
Great. Is it okay that I'm keeping you on longer? There's so many questions.
Heck no.
Well, this is what you do for a living, Sean. We're going to sell 100 today. Hey, you never know. I was so happily surprised. People were calling Regent yesterday to book and find out. And so I'm afraid people are not going to get in on this if they want to. So again, there's no harm if you make a deposit now. You just have to, make a decision.
There's no risk. Right.
At some point. What are some of your little things that you love about these ships, or what are your glad I like that. I'm glad we do that.
I like the walk-in closets. I tell you, that's a huge thing.
You know why?
Traveling,
because you just I'm not very organized, so you can just close it.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Sorry,
the secret sauce for us is our crew. They are so warm and friendly, and they're well trained, and about half of our guests repeat with us all the time. They come back time again. Half of our people experience the cruise, and most of it is because of the crew. It's like a family, and they get really close relationships. They know what our guests like and what they want. So it's all about that family atmosphere for us.
I find that in any hotel I go to, in any experience I go to, it's really the people. And if you can hire well, and they love their jobs. Now, Julie sounds like she's very interested. She was asking again, we covered it before, solo travel. It all depends, when you call, sometimes the supplement is double and sometimes it's smaller. So you just have to give a call. And I think that, people that are answering the phones for Regent can talk you through it.
Yes, right. Or your travel advisor.
Or your travel agent and see what the options are.
Again, the principle applies. The further out, the more availability we have like that. So the better chances of getting a discount for a solo.
So we've got about 11 months.
We're sold out, and you're not going to really get any deal at all on that.
Right. So do it now, or inquire now if you're interested. And then Julie said, I think the lowest pricing is $8,300. She said it's wait list. How do we know when it's available? Can they get on that wait list?
Yeah, the best way is to call and talk to our reservation agents who can assist with that. And we do waiting lists all the time. We clear waiting lists all the time. So you're always going to oversell a little bit to make sure you end up at 100% capacity, right? Because we do have to make money as a company.
Julie is ready to go on this. She said, now help me with this, because I understand the travel business. Now, Regent said to call a travel agent. Mm-hmm. Is that what they tell people?
Yes. They can either call us or a travel
agent. Because when she called you, they said for her to call a travel agent. Can she call them and do it?
They can do it either way.
All right. So call them back, Julie. So Julie, I'm not an actual travel agent, so I can't book it as an agent. I know agents, but tell them Sean Tubman said to call them back.
That's right. Exactly.
They know you.
They're great for service, I'll tell you.
Okay. So, and what I was saying is you have a solo traveler program. I'll be there. People from Dream of Italy, my crew will be there, so no one's going to feel alone. And
perfect cruise for solo travelers.
It's perfect because you can go sit on the day at sea, go read your book, but then you have people to have dinner with.
Yeah.
It's so there's a nice community, and I used to do tours in like 2010, and I got so busy with the TV show and the magazine. I have people asking me every year, Kathy, we want to travel with you. And you know what the easiest thing was? A cruise.
It is.
I don't have to do anything but show up.
Exactly. You're going to have such a good time. And with your personality.
I'm on today. Do you want to know why, Sean? There were multiple double cappuccinos involved today. And we're in Italy, so it's strong.
Right.
And last night I'm up to like 2 a.m, and I'm like, why am I so awake? I'm like, oh, it was that like double cappuccino.
Right.
Yeah. No, I'm excited about this. I haven't done anything like this. I'm excited about our partnership. People are going to learn more, but Regent is supporting a new project that I'm doing. That's really, people are going to be blown away. We'll be talking about it on board. And all the things you ever wanted to learn about a TV show. We're going to be doing various lectures about how the TV show is made. Then how, like my travel tips for Italy. I've been to all these ports. Really it's a chance for me to share.
Yeah.
Everything I've learned, but then we're going to get some of the people involved in the creative process. Let me see if we have any
travel shows, so I know what it's like. It's a lot of work,
that's the thing.
A lot of execution, right? Oh.
I look like I just eat bonbons all day, Sean, but I really don't.
It's easy to do, right? When you're on.
Well,
but it's a lot of work that goes into it.
Yeah, it's 23 minutes, and we usually film 4 or 5 days, 4 or 5 long days where we are like, oh, I'm never doing this again. And then we do it. So let me see if there's any other questions. You can certainly email me, Kathy@dreamofitaly.com. You can call Regent. You can say Sean sent you because I think his name has some pull. You can call a travel agent. Definitely use the code DREAM for $100 shipboard credit because I bet you've got some great stuff in the shops. You probably have a spa.
People ask us that all the time. Like, you're all inclusive. Like, what can I do with a shipboard credit?
The spa.
Well, there's a lot you can do with a shipboard credit. You can
I'll take it. If you don't want it, send it to me.
You can take it and spend it in the gift shop. You can spend the whole $100 in the gift shop.
Do you have gambling on your ships?
We do. We have great casinos, live gambling.
That might be fun one night. Just one night. We're not losing our shirts or anything. That could be really fun. It's fun. How arduous are the shore trips? You've told me there are various levels and that we will, you call Regent, they'll walk you through the choices.
Exactly. And online, you can get all the information you need on our website. And so you can look at all the excursions and look at the degree of difficulty. So we have like 1 through 5. So.
Oh, my friend, Roseanne, you should come. Roseanne knows a friend of mine named Betty who goes on all these cruises. They should come. All these people I think that I actually personally know are going to come too.
Roseanne, you have to come.
Roseanne, just come. And you have 11 months, right, to pay for it. You can, here's what I say to do. I've done this, get a 0% credit card. I do this sometimes with my business. And you get it for like a year, and you kind of make those payments. And that's one way. People are always asking about financing travel. Charge this on a really good card and get the points. But your airfare, that's really one of my top 3 reasons. I love this cruise is the business class fare. Somebody was asking, are there direct flights? I think they're as direct as you can get usually, right?
Yeah.
Like New York to Rome is direct.
Correct. Right. If you're in LA, you may have one. If you're in, Denver, you'd probably have to go Denver to New York.
That's where I live. Or you can go Denver to, what I recommend is Denver to like Frankfurt. You do that long.
Right.
business class.
Yeah.
You do the whole long part, business class, and then you switch.
Correct.
And again, I think the benefit of booking now is you'll get the flights you want.
Yes, and that's key. It's not as easy as it was pre-pandemic, that's for sure.
No, everybody listen. It's like everybody is out there. The passports. Get your by the way, another public service. Everyone, if you watch my Instagram stories, I had a passport fiasco last summer. Get your passport now. Now. You want to have 6 months on it. You don't want it to be expiring anytime near in 2024.
Right.
That's
for sure.
One
thing about the business class again, and you can get a credit if you want to get your own air. So a lot of people have points in mileage, or they have.
Good. Yes.
A really nice credit back if you don't use.
Okay. Yeah. No. I mean, I got some points. That I would. And if you do it now, I think you're within that window to book the book mileage.
Right.
Fares. And April, May, you could get the tickets. If you're booking July, you can't get these mileage.
Yeah, you could never.
Valerie asked, if we use a travel agent, how do we ensure we get the Dream of Italy rate? It's the same rate.
Yeah, it's the same rate. Yeah.
But if you use that Dream code, you just give it to your travel agent, you'll get the $100 shipboard credit. And Melanie, who's wonderful, who I've been working with, said it's combinable with any other offer. It's not like you just use it or don't use it. Correct. And I think it's a nice way for us to also group together. We know who came in through Dream of Italy. And then what I've told everyone is you should just send me an email after you book. Yeah. And I'll even keep my own list of who's coming. Maybe we'll have our own little Facebook group to get ready. We'll have Sean come back.
I'm thinking about the cruise.
Oh, Sean, you gotta come. It's gonna be so good.
I haven't done yet on this itinerary. So.
No, I know. It's nice. You know why? 7 days is just enough.
Yep.
Because, Americans, we don't get enough vacation. So you can come, you can do a few days at the beginning, a few days at the end. You've got a 2-week.
Or just in and out. Yeah. If you're pressed for time. Yeah.
Yeah. So I didn't even realize how excited I was. Because I love, you're also, when you're working behind your computer, I talk to people and I do podcasts. I don't meet everybody. So this is a great chance to meet them, especially through COVID,
right.
You're not meeting the audience.
And just one thought too, our dress code is smart casual. It's not formal.
Good.
No jackets required for the gentlemen. Smart. Our guests really like a nice country club sort of atmosphere.
Perfect. That's nice because you know what? You don't have to overpack all those suitcases.
Correct.
When you had to bring,
and we include free laundry and pressing. So they don't have to pack as much as they normally probably would because we include it.
That's like my dream.
Yeah. We'll even fold your underwear.
Sean, I don't iron.
There you go. You're going to love this cruise.
I'm never leaving, I bet you do have people who stay on for months, right?
Oh, we do. Oh, our voyages go up to the world cruise. We do an annual world cruise of up to 150 days.
If you do my laundry, I'll come work for you guys. I mean, I hate doing laundry. I hate pressing and ironing and steaming so you guys are really upping the game here.
So it's really all inclusive. Really.
Yeah.
That's the name of the game. Yeah.
All right. So so you can come to, if the link is working, because my website was funky, it's dreamofitaly.com/cruise, but I'm also putting the links here, or look for the April 29th, 2024 voyage, Regent Seven Seas. Thank you so much. I'm so sorry Andrea couldn't join us.
I know.
But I think when she watches this, she's going to be very happy that you gave us such a full look at everything. And my personal advice is stay in Athens those 3 days. Yeah. It's unbelievable. And this is I thought things couldn't top Italy, but the ancient ruins in Athens, really.
Yeah. But talk about a great pre-opportunity and a post-opportunity in Rome and Athens. Wow. It doesn't get much better, right? Yeah.
And the thing is, you think you've seen it, but you could go back with a guide 15 years from when you went before, and it means something different. And it's,
you know, the countryside outside Athens is gorgeous.
Yes. And you know where I
go and spend some time there, but it's really, really pretty.
You know where I like, there's this little island called Hydra, Hydra, that's only donkeys on this island.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, you can do a day trip from Athens.
Correct. Yeah.
And so you get that rural, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Okay, Sean, well, I'm hoping you can get on this cruise with us.
I will. I'm going to talk to Andrea.
They're going to be fighting for it. Fighting. Right. Thanks for having fun with me.
My pleasure. I really enjoyed it.
I'm really thrilled to partner with Regent. You're all wonderful people, very kind and easy to work with. So, okay.
I'm excited for your group. So
I am too. And hey, if it goes well, we'll do it again.
That's right.
Okay.
Well, there are lots of places in the world, right? So.
I know. And then you can start in Italy and go almost anywhere, like the France, the Monaco, Spain.
Oh, yeah. There's some other really good ones too. Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Sean.
Take care, Kathy.
Bye.
Bye.